Guys, my name is Cassandra. I'm going to be the music and liturgy intern this year for Chaplaincy, and this is my testimony. Growing up, I was very serious about my faith. I was very involved in my parish, and I attended a lot of charismatic events and retreats. But as I started to grow older, I was more and more interested in the traditions of the church, and I was very concerned about reverence towards the Eucharist. Like, when people weren't being reverent towards the Eucharist, it felt like my heart was breaking into a million pieces. That's the only way I can describe how it felt. Like, my heart just ached and longed for people to love and adore the Blessed Sacrament. When I came to Brock, I was really afraid of sin, to the point where it was debilitating. I would isolate myself and hide from the world in my own little Catholic bubble. And every time I tried to live in the world just a little bit, I would fall into sin because I didn't have very good self-control. And this is because every time I experienced temptation, I ran from it instead of fighting it. And I never really gave myself an opportunity to practice self-control. The other thing is that I'm a perfectionist, and I'm really afraid of making mistakes. And when I do make a mistake, I hate myself for it. At the time, in my first year, I was also struggling with a mild case of scrupulosity, where I was focusing way too much on God's judgment and not enough on His mercy, and I just felt ashamed all the time. Another thing is that I started going to the Latin Mass in first year, and it was really great at first. It's a beautiful and reverent liturgy, and I was around a lot of people who are very similar to me. But here's the problem with hanging out exclusively with a specific group of Catholics, whether that be a traditional group or a charismatic group. When you're around people who are so similar to you, you have a lot of the same flaws, and it becomes very hard to point out those flaws in yourself and see them as bad. Whereas if you're hanging out with a lot of people who are different from you, you can point out those flaws in each other and help each other to grow. So when I was going to the Latin Mass, I was very angry about the state that the church was in. I was very bitter all the time, and I was very judgmental towards other people, and I thought I was so good at loving God, but I was really horrible at loving other people, and I just lost all my joy in being a Catholic. Like, it was just gone. Things started to change when I met a guy at Chaplaincy who was very different from me, and we started dating. He really helped me to see my flaws, but also he helped me not to be too hard on myself all the time. I started helping out with music at the masses on campus. I started attending masses at the cathedral downtown. And throughout all of this, I realized that even though I really wanted to go to the Latin Mass, it's not where God wanted me to be. Then, Easter weekend, the most amazing thing happened. I brought my boyfriend home to meet my family, and we all went to Easter Sunday Mass together at my home parish where I grew up. And it was weird. I didn't feel any bitterness anymore. I wasn't criticizing every single little thing in my head. For the first time in a long time, I just felt joy at Mass. I was in the presence of God with the people I loved. And from that moment, I didn't want to have to choose sides in this battle going on in our church. I didn't want to be just traditional or just charismatic. I just wanted to be Catholic. And really, why can't I be both? Why can't I take the good things from the past and the good things from the present and make something beautiful out of it? God has helped me to heal and grow a lot since then. I try every day to trust in His mercy, and I use my imperfection and my brokenness to help me love other people in their brokenness and let them know that they're not alone. And every time I mess up, every time I sin, I don't hide in shame anymore. I just run as fast as I can to the sacraments. I run to the arms of Jesus because I know that God still loves me, and He always will.